nuke. Not on display for a lot of this challenger stage as well. This team needs to snap back into shape to the level of expectations that at least Yanko and I had for him. I'd like to see them do something here on Dust2 and certainly need to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more power behind them in this map.
And we're into the pistol. Max already pushing middle with the dualies, has DGT behind him for support. Again, big pick this. They lean on it given that they've played so many matches now with it, potentially with the stand-in. That's a lot of the reasoning behind it. But 9Z no stranger to this map, so this is a chance still for them to get back into it. Not with shots like that from tabseN. Head removed from Max, who just can't get it going. He's the one that's trying to be aggressive. He's getting in positions where there is potential, but then he's just getting dropped. DGT the same fate. David will take out tabseN, who tries to switch guns, but that just sends a warning to Sin, who hits a headshot onto him as well. A lot of headshots coming out right now in these pistol rounds.
Sin's been great to just step into this team when they needed him and actually perform at a high level. Searson's got information on one player. He's controlling this for his team. He's telling them, everyone chill, everyone wait. I'm in a great position, and as they come through the smoke, Searson's got that easily.
He's in the bathroom between breaks, between maps, as one does. And the teams are expected to, that's their time. And I had to laugh. Searson was even waiting outside the bathroom for Sin, like, taking care of the child, getting back to the desk. And
I'll show you where to go, buddy.
Yeah, making sure he's comfortable and composed with the team.
He had a cool interview as well. He talked about, the pressure of playing in this environment and on the stage, and he was just like, I view the pressure as kind of a privilege to be here in this situation, which is a cool mindset to have coming into it. And I mean, he's stepping up for the team. Definitely in this series, putting together a pretty solid performance. Still waiting for 9Z to arrive in this qualification game.
And it is a qualification game. That's the key. It's not an elimination match. It's not like they're sitting there shaking and thinking, oh my God, if this is all we get done, we're going to be hugely disappointed. Yes, there'll be disappointment, but it's not like this was what their tournament life relied on. I know there's a lot of hypothetical in that because, yeah, okay, sure, if they win this, they get through, and they wouldn't have to play another game. But again, there's still a chance for them to recover.
Smoke saves his life, but also blocks off vision from NQZ to keep fighting. He gets a nice headshot, brought it into a 4-on-4. AK-47 going to be recovered. And Big is going to remain on catwalk. They want to challenge. Max might just, walk right into it. Little gap in the corner of that tag from the scout. That might make things a little bit nervous. Searson's going to back away.
David trying to hit that no-scope as he dropped back. Could use a bit of luck like that to get them into these rounds.
Buddha's shifting back towards B, and I almost wanted to say, you know what, you might as well stick around. You're at a man deficit, pistols and a scout. Just stay with your team and just see if they come in this direction. Big is re-executing on catwalk now. Molotov out of a position. The scout needs to land. David forced out into the open to the other side. Misses the initial salvo, misses the follow-up, and that is going to expose him to Sin, but he's got the no-scope onto the head.
Yeah, he was looking for fast flicks. Almost spamming with the scout. No scope when he needed it, but unfortunately, too far gone was the round. The plant was coming through. Big takes now their second round. So 9Z not yet on Dust2. He'll get something going. That's not a bad shot.
Not at all, but the other ones with the scope being used were not the prettiest thing in the world. 2-0 for Big.
No, I think he's... Again, they're almost kind of playing scared. He's rushing that shot because he thinks if he slows down to take his aim, they're just going to beat him with the hit, right? So
Buddha's picked up a UMP and armor.
All right, cool. Don't know if that was in line with the desires of the team.
No, but NQZ has a Zeus. Let's see if that comes to play. Good flash from Keto. Takes out one half of that crossfire towards lower dark as well, and the MAC-10 just going to work, starting to chew him up.
I think that would have been the perfect opportunity to utilize the Zeus. Okay, now he might still get a chance because he's got to pull them there, right? He needed Max almost to bait them into this position. He getting the single kill. If they do go hunting, oh no, he's switched back. Okay, now he's ready for it. Oh dear, Krimbo denies. I would love to get a Zeus on the major tally kill sheet before too long, but it's not going to be in this round. 3-0 now for Big.
A little scrappy in those rounds. Good to see 9Z taking the fight to him at the very least, not coming out on top. They're going to start picking up the AWPs. And NQZ just trying to pull him into that Zeus, but a nice quick shot. Yeah, we wanted it too. 3-0. Up in the hands of NQZ. Buddha, by virtue of buying the UMP and armor in the last round, has to go again to the MP9 with armor in this one. Tagged. And Searson was doing that to Greyhound and Sicko all day yesterday.
So Max, this is where he tried to go in the pistol round. He's got two teammates to work with it. That one will work out brilliantly. NQZ then confident that mid's covered, takes out Keto down below. DGT firing into tabseN. The gun round's going much better as he switches over to the pistol. 6 HP, but just CSGO remaining. Great setup from 9Z that time. They didn't fall back at all. They weren't scared. They went back to the tactics that Max wanted to work, as I mentioned, in that pistol round that unfortunately immediately got shut down. Yeah,
Buddha's in position in upper dark as well to be able to kind of push down the stairs when the round is over and grab an AK-47 upgrade away from this MP9. It's just CSGO chilling. He's got a long time to do it as well, a minute. 9Z have to be a little bit careful about this, though. I think they have to realize, too, like, they need the economy to get established before they go on any kind of a crazy hunt. They might send one player because there's so much time, but got to be very careful. He's picked off. That's David. How many more bodies do they want to risk? How many more weapons do they want to risk to find this AWP?
Be lovely to get it out of his hands, though. What a weapon to take away. He's looking the right direction this time. Okay, I take it back. X-ray misleading. I thought he was actually inside cave. He's that long by the pit is DGT.
9Z's content to just let him have it. They know they want to build up the money. They want to keep 4 players alive. So CSGO's going to get away with the AWP, but 9Z's going to have their first round of the board much earlier than Nuke. It was 0-6 before 9Z was able to get on the board on the first map. Now they get it in round 4. Can they build? This would be a great opportunity to get some things going your way and start feeling a little bit more comfortable into this map. Nicely done for Max. As you mentioned on Nuke, he had a really rough time of things. A really rough time getting comfortable in fights, so that's a nice opening kill to get some confidence beneath you. Fist bumps all around, and we're live into round number 5. Full buy again from Big. We're going to see if CSGO can get another tag on the cross, but this time he peeks it a little bit late. Was looking for aggression that didn't come.
No. Back off after putting a bit of aggression into mid. Shooting nades across the map now. New meta. This one's for you, Max. Really bit of utility deployed at Catwalk. The Molotov you saw was by the T's, though, because they want to get toward the stairs at the very least, and it's DGT that's going to reposition off this. Has to get back toward the ramp, so he's not caught out. Down below at CT, he's actually relevant and viable to deny this take. Again, Catwalk for Big. But not committed just yet. In fact, going back. And this could be on the fact that there's been no activity over toward B. They have left Krimbo there. He's not close enough to get a ton of information based on audio cues, but he hasn't seen anything going on in the tunnels either. No utility or anything deployed. That nade's well timed.
That's a good piece of defensive utility for Max as well to stall out any kind of mid to B at that point. So Big just coming back to Catwalk, perhaps to just reestablish some presence, maybe a little bit of utility to make the defense honest, but they still have that option of falling back. They have the timing on the mid smoke. 22 seconds. Keto's going to drop down in CT spawn, try and help reverse clear things, and he's spotted a player at box, but the time is an issue.
Max is in trouble. Max is in trouble. He still manages one. That'll help because Buddha falls inside the window. You're right, 10 seconds. He has so much to do in this 10 seconds, though, but the bomb's still outside. They didn't pick it up until now. There's no chance to plant. It's over. 9Z's going to win out the round just by surviving.
I think CSGO just kind of lost himself and forgot that he had the bomb. He was still watching for the push of that smoke. Maybe he's not the usual bomb carrier with that AWP. Oftentimes, he's a little bit more passive in middle on those mid to B splits for Big, where he's watching to cut off the rotations. This time, he's just way too deep. He's paused. It hit the ground.
It's Max that actually got the shot on that first kill, and no one identified it. Okay. Yeah, look, bomb just dropped, and yep, they realized it.
All right, fair play. We're not going to criticize CSGO for that one. I take it all back. But no one realized the bomb hit the deck, and time was a massive problem. 1 round lead for Big. They got plenty of weapons they were able to move forward with. Keto's got utility, even with a little bit of money. And a timeout taken from Big. Gabi's going to get involved. They had no pressure on Nuke. They didn't have to take a single one. This time, Gabi going to have an early conversation with the squad here on Dust2. Hopefully that first map spanking really woke up 9Z.
I hope so, for their own sake and for everyone's sake watching, not just the fans in the arena, but you know, even big fans. You want to see a challenge.
Second tag for CSGO.
See some good Counter-Strike. You're absolutely right. He tags up DGT again. Max and Buddha with an early push once more from 9Z and toward the tunnels.
Big's out of money. If 9Z can find a win where they eliminate everyone, they're going to be sitting pretty. NQZ gives up the angle. This is awkward. He's shifting position. This is the perfect time for Keto. Here comes the utility. Oh, what a great shot. What a great peek out and a flick over. And a long defense that's very strong.
David behind the door, not checked. tabseN able to shut him down immediately though, but DJT still here. Went for anti-flash. They didn't look. I thought he was done. I thought he was looking the wrong way. He might have the wrong utility out this time though. Krimbo beats him to the punch and he will fall. It's Max that works back up catwalk, however. They have not taken long. They have not gotten toward the site, and it's going to be a flank with CSGO not looking. Doesn't even matter. NQZ hits that shot first. Bomb to be gathered by Krimbo. 43 seconds. He could get this back over toward B.
Yeah, he can go for this. He absolutely should go for this. No money in the bank. See what you can create. There's a gap, a huge gap in the defense as Krimbo moves down the mid-ramp. And he's got to take a risk somewhere. Okay, he calls it off, goes back towards middle. Here's these footsteps as well. Max is in trouble. Max is peeking towards the B bomb site, but look at Buddha. Buddha's waiting to see if he's going to push further out middle. Now he's got the information, and he should start hustling over to the B bomb site because Krimbo's making his play.
He is. He's not going to go back. He's not going to try and divide them with a secondary rotation toward A. He's going to take the fight directly. Information again. Krimbo knows he can't commit to that fight, though. He has to plant. 6 seconds. Gotta go, Buddha. Gotta go. He's let him slip away. This could actually work out. He's alone right now. If Buddha goes down, oh my. Big could have stole that back. But 9Z just barely hold on.
I'll tell you what, that's a little bit of the hesitance and indecision that we've seen from 9Z that makes it really uncomfortable to feel confident that they're actually getting into this game. Buddha kind of stuck between two decisions. Not assertive on the initial play to come in and stop the plant. He was worried for a fake and a repeat, but then frozen out in the open still. He's worried that he's in a situation where he's going to leave his teammate in a 1v1. Thankfully, he wins it, doesn't have to worry, and a second timeout now for Big.
I think if he looks at time, though, he get him off the bomb, even if he loses that 1v1.
I think there was 8 seconds. I think there was time. I think there was time for the fake plant.
It might have been 6 on the fight, you're right. So maybe he got back in. There was 8 when he got to the box. Yeah, maybe he was thinking there was a chance on that. I would have pushed it. But then I'm not the server, am I?
No, you are not.
For obvious reason.
Second timeout for Big in the early going here on Dust2. Yesterday against Greyhound, Big's T side, it was the T side of Greyhound that gave Big issues. Their own T side was just dominant. So let's see how many rounds 9Z can put on the board. Tech9's light investment from Big with Deagles as well, utility and armor. CSGO saving up with a Glock for an AWP. And heavy presence towards the B bomb site, towards Upper Dark early for Big.
Incendiary.
It's late.
It is. They're through. Buddha. He waits for it, but not late enough because it cuts off 3. They get the first 2 with the rifles. Bomb is dropped. They're going to swing the smoke. Max will tuck himself into the closet a little bit further. That'll allow Buddha a bit more chance to wiggle and work as well. He gets taken down by tabseN. It doesn't matter. 4-3. Good hold 9Z. And that was all in the fact that they broke the economy, which is now back and intact for Big.
It's a party. 4-3.
A carnival of Counter-Strike.
All back in the hands of CSGO. He's got 2 tags so far in the game on the cross. Let's see if he goes for a third. AK-47's around it. And we play on in round number 8.
David. Shot.
Oh, my Lord.
Got Kiddo down. Max. Damage in, couldn't get it, he falls off. DGT's there, tries to go anti-flash on that, that's a straight peek. Needed to be ready for the engagement instead, and NQZ, though, does at least get CSGO, so Krimbo left to a 1-on-3. 9Z can still hold this round.
And this time it feels like there was a cool plan behind the aggression. You had 2 players fighting on catwalk, you had an AWP deep to help protect as well. That's a tough one to give up. Krimbo now in a 1v2. He had a 1v3 earlier just 2 rounds ago. Now a little bit easier, a minute to work with. He's got the bomb in hand as well. And 9Z players are going to coordinate get close together, a crossfire in middle to be able to react and respond to each other's contact.
Opens it up. Good find. David snuck back out. I was going to say he could run that to tunnels. David had to respond. So they cut off the bomb with a 2-on-1 and a crossfire, 2-trade situation. But now 5-3, big. This is starting to be a bit of pressure on them now.
Yeah.
Change from the last map, certainly.
That's a great shift, though. It's a beautiful shift over towards Catwalk for David to say, look, I'm going to come close to you, and I'll be able to respond and react based off what you see. And even though he loses the fight, he's there to pick up the pieces. Back to pistols, this time unarmored, although it looks like they're still talking about things. I think this is a little disorganization of not wanting to use a third timeout this early in the game and coming up with a plan late in the freeze time. Not the biggest deal in the world, but as you mentioned, shows a little bit of pressure starting to build for Big.
Max. Ooh, big pistols. That's not ideal. One only with the rifle, and it's given away. There's no one to recover it. And now they have something a little stronger to work with. Not now. Buddha's taking that back. Headshot. Kiddo didn't have the head armor, couldn't withstand the damage. They could grab that again. Smoke down on the dead body as well. And one in the hands of Krimbo. He's able to reach it with the pillar still protecting, so it doesn't even need the utility just to get the weapon. Ooh, that's deep. Buddha, ooh, bouncing. Flashed in. Couldn't work it. I knew he would go for the peek because he saw the smoke go past him. But the flash not successful, and Krimbo's going to add another to this. Another rifle as well that sits in the tunnel. Has to be watched. But DGT needs to check middle first. They smoke it, they grab it, they run it. Krimbo's only on 9. He can be shut down. High HP.
Oh, no.
Inaccuracy. Dowie gets the kill in. DGT soften them up. That'll allow David back through, but Sin brings it to a one-on-one. This M4 is a huge problem. Back toward the bomb. 35 seconds. Worried, however, that NQZ is closer. He's on an AWP in this position.
Oh, he's going to go through tunnels. This is risky, though. That opens up an avenue if Sin was to work up the courage to move over to the A bomb site, but that's such an unlikely prospect that NQZ is willing to take the risk. I wonder, because Sin is taking his time to get into the bomb site and put the bomb planted.
Yeah, he's going to look.
Yeah, he's looking towards halls now, but when he gets the bomb planted, is he going to be aware of the possibility? There's timing here for NQZ.
Got the call that he's low on HP, obviously, from his teammates, so Sin with 22 as NQZ on the pistol, and the pistol prevails through the edge, a headshot even, to make it now 6 for 9Z.
Yeah, but that's a very sketchy round. I think Big is going to be pleased with the damage they've done in a round like that with the buy they had. And as you mentioned, that M4 was so costly to drop early on. That provided so much. DJT, that was a very shaky round. That should have very easily been a double kill for him, but a little bit nervous, it seems. 9Z still up 3. Money's a problem, though. They haven't been able to build anything up by virtue of 4 kills in that round, 4 kills in the previous round. Big have this economy at a breaking point.
Searson just waiting patiently. Don't be misled. That X-ray is not in behind the box, not through the door. Max is on the safe side of middle. Secondary op for him this time. And he's trying to see underneath if anyone wants to work out from suicide, but they're going for the boost instead for the peak. Catwalk pressure as well with the Xbox smoke, and they'll go.
It's double op setup as well. Max with one, NQZ with the other. He's got a deep angle on Catwalk. 2 players with rifles out towards long to control cave and pit.
Cat control for Keto. That's all it's all about. Force a shot from the first off. DGT's there to support as well. He'll nade in, but they've gone too far away from that one to be significant.
DGT's moving a lot right now. A little bit worried for mid. Deploys a defensive smoke, but it misses his mark. There's a great opening for Big to work around this. And the problem with that missed smoke, too, is that might make 9Z feel like they have a proper defense to actually hold back this hit a little bit longer, but they are so wrong. No support for the 2B defenders, Buddha and Max. And they've got no utility. And the AWP is down.
Searson. Krimbo. Kills coming in, and B site wide open. This will be a save from 9Z. 26 seconds left on the clock. So a 4th for Big. Get back into this game a little bit after conceding 5, actually all 6 rounds in a row. So,
ooh, this is huge.
In a while,
David,
right.
oh, he needed that second kill. That would have been massive to take some guns away. Now, not the worst situation in the world for 9Z. Obviously, the loss is a little bit painful. You don't want to take any losses, obviously, but the fact that they're able to save 3 weapons, they can drop 2 M4s, or excuse me, save 2 weapons now. They can drop 2 M4s, so it's going to be another buy moving forward in the next round. and they've only lost the secondary op. They still have the other AWP in the hands of NQZ. They get up to 4, close the gap to 2. Oh, there it is.
CSGO open it up. He's been waiting for that opportunity for several rounds.
It's a painful round to take that loss early as well. And I wonder, Max or NQZ with the ops, I think they're going to be aggressive trying to look for the... Oh, seriously got another one. Did he tag David as well through the smoke? Oh, what the hell is happening?
He just absolutely annihilates Max. Max was trying to sneak in as well. That's the secondary op we've seen as he gets more aggressive. David's going to smoke that off. No way he wants to go for the op. No way he's going to push. He does. He just wants the op. They're going to hear that, but he gets it out of harm's way. CSGO nearly had a chance to fire again above the smoke. He's looking for the damage, is he not? Oh my goodness.
He got 1 kill through this. I wonder if he actually saw Max. He kills Buddha on the cross. The second one is through smoke, and he tags David as well. What a disgusting round from CSGO so far.
Yeah, massive ADR on this one. NQZ just waiting. Sliver gap flashed in, fires too soon. They're going to chase him to spawn. He's stuck against the firebox, can't escape. Oh, they saw the drop as well. Saw the drop, and Kiddo goes back out. DGT falls, and David, 7-7, op in his hands, but 46 seconds.
9Z really wanted to challenge mid this round, and they get punished for it in every sense. And they have no money.
None. And not only that, all 5 alive currently for Big, and they're building up the bank yet again. And we know how much harder it is for the CTs to work back in that situation. David does take down Quito. So that gives away his position. And they can justify the hunt right now, so they will. You've got a player at long already, CSGO. He's not going to overcommit to the push, but he waits for the angle, and David walks straight to him. So 6-5 and no money for 9Z. This could be a tie game in the next round.
What a round. I want to see all those kills from CSGO again. Show them to me one more time. Put them on loot. Here's the pick on the cross. That's a great shot on the Buddha. This one sees absolutely nothing, grabs Max in the brain.
So where did the damage come on David there? Because he didn't actually hit it on any of those 2 shots.
There was another shot. There was another shot before he killed Max. There was a shot we didn't see in the replay.
I didn't think he shot at David, who crossed first though. So maybe
I think he just got killed spamming into the smoke. I think he just got tagged. It's just freakish. CSGO has a kill and 2 tags on the cross so far in this game, and he had, what, 3, I think, on yesterday on Sicko versus Greyhound.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was wrecking Sicko.
Yeah, he's nailing this cross shot.
2 out of 3 rounds, he was absolutely smoked down to, like, mid-HP every time he had to go defend B.
Yeah, put $1 in the kitty for each one of those. David's going to move up.
Kitty or a piggy?
Either one works.
Porcelain pig. It's classic. So they'll set it long, Big. Let's see the execution coming through. There's no one actually there. They've gone for mid-aggression. They're actually all the way to T-spawn. They've already cleared the tunnels. They know it's A, but what's the play? I mean, they've just got the USPs and a single P250 to work with.
Yeah, your real play is the fact that you just kind of crunched Upper Dark and have all the information. You're hoping the engagement occurs there where you have the bodies, and now it's, yeah, not really a whole lot to do. Lining up to maybe get some kills on an exit, but Big is not going to have to actually escape that far. So 6th round for Big. They tie things up with a free A bomb site. We saw this yesterday as well on Dust2. Some early obstacles for Big that they eventually overcame. And they've done the same thing here. It was 6 rounds straight for 9Z's defense, and Big has responded by taking away the money and rattling off 3 straight of their own. Importantly as well, there's not going to be an AWP in the next round for 9Z. NQZ has had that pretty much whenever he's wanted in that during that stretch. They even switched into a double op setup with Max that wasn't very impactful, but now that option is taken away from him.
Wanting an exit kill desperately. All 10 players are going to stay alive. Not even any HP lost.
Yep.
Now there is from the bomb, but that's, yeah, a rarity in Counter-Strike. That game, as we said. Building up more bank, though, on the T side is Big. 10K now for Sid. 88 for CSGO. They've got a ton to work with on round 13. Speed running the take on the A side. Yeah, This is what happens when we don't have any kill highlights, guys, okay? So please, go kill.
Timeout used, first one for 9Z. At this point in the previous game on Nuke, 9Z had no timeouts remaining.
That's true.
So this is quite a luxury for them.
Guppy always looks so intimidating when he's like the.
He always looks worried. I feel bad watching this sometimes. I'm just like, Guppy looks.
What are you doing? Stop doing that.
like,
Change what you're doing and do it right, okay?
Like scared.
Or you're going on timeout. And by timeout, I mean the academy team, Jason, okay? Do you want to go to the academy team? Do you want?
I would love to.
All right, don't leave that bomb in mid next time then. You would love to, yeah.
I will
mean,
demote you so
for you,
fast.
that would be as good as it gets in your career these days
probably.
as a player.
That'd be better than ever I could even expect at this point. Round 13, 3 rounds remaining in this opening half of Dust2. This is Big's map pick and 9Z trying to stay alive in the series. And Big trying to qualify for the Legend stage off of victory here on Dust2.
Kiddo, long, huge from him to take down 3. Cut out NQZ, re-peeking it as well, and Buddha and Max with rifles, but no chance in this one, removed from the A site already.
Well, that's flat, and that's a change of pace. Big take that a lot quicker, I think, than 9Z expected and what they've experienced so far in this game. A disgusting sequence from Keto. Triple kill, and the round is done. 9Z haven't even been able to fight, really, in the last 2 rounds, so this is a little bit of a bummer. They finally get guns back in their hands, and it's just demolished. No chance.
No, absolutely not. This is the Big's turned this around. I mean, it looked so solid for a while, but the biggest aspect of that was the economy, and it's not a problem anymore. Big know they can be aggressive. They know they can afford to take these duels. Max will get one more, but he's locked inside of the cubby. The one saving grace is that Buddha's able to come out, but he can't save. He can only trade, and it's just he remaining, and they know where he is, so they want to get this gun down as well, and they will. 7-6, Big take back the lead, and they take all the rifles in doing so.
There's a few Big fans in the crowd. Seen the flag a number of times, now his shirt. Look at this from Keto, perfect flashbang. 9Z trying to get aggressive, but just demolished by utility. Had to huddle up and try and be safe along the wall, and that's not the case. And look at Gabi, not looking worried now. He's hyped up at this point. Some powerful fist pumping. And Searson's gonna take that deep angle again. But the deep smoke makes him worried for aggression. Only pistols for 9Z. Double nade in towards the double doors doesn't do a whole lot of work.
Sin coming at from long. Max already back out toward Catwalk again. They concede long for now 2 straight rounds. And the play is to try and get information and get aggressive, but unfortunately they just don't have the arsenal and the weapons to do so. So clean take again for Big potentially. Now they're going to rotate back. The Deagles could see above the smokes. They're even going to send one over toward Goose, try and slide Max and DGT back into a better position. Elevator boost is still a potential opportunity for them as Max can be the one they boost up, but he goes down. tabseN back in the corner by Carr, can see above the smoke. That's why he positioned himself there to watch for that exact situation so that the bomb doesn't get caught off on the site. That Carr's fragile, but tabseN's strong enough to keep going with the M4, and the bomb will be planted on the site now by Sin. Swing it as well. Swing it, spray it. Not working out yet, but now he'll take down David. So 8-6 now for Big.
Quite a rebuttal, 5 in a row.
She's making a lot of friends out there, I will say that, you know?
But she's got another guy in his shirt. She's converting him slowly but surely,
Maybe
one by one.
Are we matchmaking in Brazil?
Yeah, perhaps.
You know? The shirt and the flag.
Yeah.
A children's book by Sadokist and Moses.
Third timeout used by Big. We talked about this yesterday, too. There was a timeout taken in round 14. Once again, Big is using a third timeout right at the end for just a single round left in the half, but Gabi obviously wanted to talk things over. Once that 9th round, they've at least got a lead going into the second half. One final chance for NZ. They've gone back into the double op setup. Max and NQZ. Let's see if they can get this crowd a little bit hyped up to head into halftime. Oh, it's a coffin.
Yeah, it's Astralis.
Appropriate.
They got to the major one way or another.
Yeah, they have arrived. To the stars.
23 by 84. No, 28 by 40. 84 by 23, I think, is the coffin. I was trying to think of a shipping joke about, you know.
Okay.
But it's kind of,
Obscure.
I need to remember the numbers first next time, so I'll go back to studying for that one. Searson, good opener again. That AWP continues to menace 9Z at mid. This time it's Catwalk.
And he's done that. He's done that little boost up and peek from behind the boxes towards Catwalk like 3 or 4 times throughout this half, and I think it's finally rewarded. That's the first time we've seen the kill from it. But
it's kind of become a default, right? Like you peek through middle, you need the boost from Suicide to do it. So if you've got a booster there and you don't see anyone, you might as well go, all right, let's just check Cat while we're here.
Yeah,
the timing is usually about there anyway, unless they get the boost from boxes out of CT. You're probably going to spot them at around the same time.
Team Molotov, Kito's confident it's not going to spread, but he's forced into a fight because of it. A fight that he wins, and the follow-up. Such precision.
Just Buddha and Max then to close out the half. Or try and get another at least for 9Z. 8-6 currently.
Oh my lord, Kito's just flexing on him at this point.
Haven't won a pistol yet in this series either. They're going to need one in the next. Kito is flexing, but Buddha goes aggressive. Krimbo's going to shut him down. 12 kill for him. Everybody's tightly grouped for kills. 12 the highest, 10 the lowest on Big. So everyone getting shots and contributions in this. All onto Max, AWP, and a 1-on-5. So we know the situation, or at least the score line of how this went. We may not know the situation of how, because he might get 1 kill as he finds Kito peeking, but that gives away exactly where he is. And there is a player waiting in mid. Searson with an angle, and he is the one with the kill.
9-6 is the half for Big. A good recovery. 6 straight rounds to close out the opening half. It's their map pick, and they can see the Legend stage in sight. We'll see if they can get there.
Hey Future Pros, back with a more complex pro tip today which will help you establish presence at long on Dust2. For this execute you will need 2 Future Pros. The utility required will be 2 smokes and 1 optional flash for this take. Future Pro number 1. To throw your smoke you will need to line up with this metal bracket. Then find this corner and aim your crosshair so it lines up with the satellite antenna. Then throw. Future Pro number 2. You will need to line yourself up with this dark spot in the shadow of the car. Aim upwards and find the gap in the palm trees. Then position your crosshair so you're aiming just above that gap and throw. Optional Future Pro number 3. If you want to feel like a part of the team, you can stand at the back of the car and line up this flash towards the top of the doors, which will help your teammates get out of long. If the smokes have been thrown correctly, this will help you segment long and fully take control of pit.
To the tally, walking through this CT smoke, dealing with Biku, bringing it back to a 2v2, and look at Techno 4K all the way back at main. Now, will the penny ever drop on this play? 50 seconds, and yeah, they've turned around and keep an eye on it. Nexus got his name, got his number. Score left up in this one, in the 1v2. Doesn't know where that AWP's gotten to. Doesn't know what the bomb's doing back in main, but he's heard the footstep now. He's seen the barrel, he sees the arm. Gonna take a leg, but it's Nexa taking heads off to close that out.
Wow, what a nice try. He hesitated, but he had to take that shot. Maybe someone called the AWP was low as well, but only 1 kill. And Nexa, what a quick trade on a very difficult headshot angle. Sharp shooting. OG saved the day after pandemonium in middle. I like what OG are doing here. See how Flames got that kill, right? Every time they go mid, they specifically smoke the Molotov on the farthest left side. It gives Flames such a big gap to exploit middle to still fight. They don't just smoke themselves out on a choke point. Sometimes you'll do that if you're rushing through because you don't care where the smoke is. But Flames was not in a hurry there. And he gets both kills in mid as a result. OG convert the round. Immediate response to IHC getting on the board.
Well, we're looking on our B stream matchup, IHC and OG, and two OGs giving you the commentary on that one, Harry and Hugo. We'll bring you back to the A stream after halftime, 9-6 in favor of Big, which means they now lead again on map 2, having won the first and are closing in on a legend spot in Rio. They've won every pistol so far in this matchup as well, and if they win this one, they're going to be in a great position.
Well, let's see if they can do a mirror, deja vu from yesterday. It was 6 in a row for 9Z, just like Greyhound had, and then 6 straight for Big, so they can actually just run this all the way back and take the map immediately. CT side pistol. All 5 players for 9Z in upper dark, and they're going to execute, but there's going to be 3 defenders here. Krimbo's just rotating over. This is going to be a staunch defense.
Staunch and stout. For Haas and Steamy with the flames going down to the back of the site. That forces Kiddo forward. He's taken out Krimbo. Manages one, but Bull's also. It's Sin that needs to get back into the equation. He's good for it. That'll allow the aggro, and tabseN and tabseN are able to walk in as a result, and Big are now 4 for 4.
Some great initial kills from Big. Hid the position of Sin. Nobody from 9Z even expected a third player to be inside the bomb site at the car. Both defenders had already showed themselves with a single kill. That allows Sin to grab one more and buys time for Big to rotate over. They converge at the point of attack, and everyone gets involved in the action. Beautiful pistol round from Big. Now 7 in a row. They're knocking on that Legend's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on the Legend's door. You know, it's great when we just sync up so well, Jason. Kiddo doubling up. tabseN already with the scout as well. Not much to report in this round other than another on the board for Big, 11-6.
All right, here come the AKs. And an up. Glass cannon for NQZ.
Sarcastic thumbs up and smile, because this is looking pretty grim right now for 9Z.
So you got to put the mask on. You got to hide the pain as long as you can. If they go on to lose Dust2, remember, they will not be eliminated. They'll have another chance, but also remember, as we've highlighted and as you all well know, there's some dangerous teams down there in those elimination games that'll be coming up tomorrow that you don't want to mess with.
DGT, smoke down, just tries to spray into it. It's a deeper smoke than he would have liked, but based on his perspective. It's perfect for the CT side, who threw it out.
9Z have to be very careful with their decisions on where they want to attack towards the end of this round. They've only got 2 flashbangs, so for instance, if they want to attack up Catwalk, 2 flashbangs to force the scout off of long would be tough, and you're probably going to want to use one perhaps to clear Catwalk. Max just trying to bait out a shot with the barrel showing. Krimbo's close up. He never expected it. Now going to get aggressive, and QZ's ready. But they've taken so much utility damage. The nades rain in, force everyone back, and force that to be a very painful piece of map to take.
Chance in this now. Kiddo falling down. They have the man advantage. NQC's low, but he's got the AWP, the 2 kills that have given them the chance in this, and he could easily find more. DGT. Gonna be the one man not in the equation yet. Rotating back over from underpass, the tunnels rather, as he's hoping to cut off rotation. Smoke down, this will allow the plant. They have 1A in full. tabseN actually got by. And DGT's got to be hearing this. He's got to at least be calling that they're going to be a save, as he's got them going both directions. So now they'll go on the hunt, and he turns back. Here's Sin. Can't get the shot off. He's actually come out way worse for wear against the MP9. So he actually wants his teammates maybe to get toward Cat and get him out of there. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's like he turned around. He's like, where are you guys at? I need some help. He's like, please, somebody show up. Absolutely battered. However, 9Z do take the round off a good shot down through the mid-smoke from NQZ. They never even used those 2 flashbangs they had on David. And 7th round on the board. Finally, 9Z put an end to the streak. Going back to the first half, it was 8 in a row for Big.
And that was after they themselves won 6 in a row.
Yeah, let's see what kind of a streak 9Z could put together here in the second half. They would love one. This crowd would love it. Only behind by 4. This is very doable, but that's a round against FAMAS, some SMGs as well. Now the powerful weapons come in for Big. Up in the hands of tabseN. M4's on tabseN and Sin. Kiddo will have one as well. And Kiddo's been playing a very sharp game. He's had some very impressive rounds.
NQC off angle at top mid behind barrels. He's going to transition himself into where the cubby instead to watch Cat. because his teammates are coming out from the stairs, so he timed that so that he would see any aggression against them.
Oh, they're out
They'd have
mid,
a
though.
crossfire, but you're absolutely right. They already outmade, and this nade from tabseN, if it's timed right, could be devastating. Although I've mentioned it before it's thrown, so it probably won't do any damage at all.
They might get past it.
he
Okay, gonna
jumps
throw it
front
with the
foot,
smoke.
Yeah, see, he put that a bit. I thought he was actually going to try and bounce it so it landed closer when they run into it, but he threw it deep. Max in, catches out. Sin, he's going to take the shot down and find Keto as well, opening up the site, and they'll double up with another round in succession because Big's immediately going out of the save.
There it is, Max. Start getting your mojo back. It's been a tough series. That's a great double kill. And very assertive, even with utility in his face, realizing we need to get into this bomb site before that smoke plumes. We can't get locked out at this point. Nice aggressive play. And 9Z have 8. Now it'll be another full buy in the next round for Big. tabseN will drop an M4 over. Sin can buy one of his own. However, 9Z looks like they want to try and take some guns away right at the end. They don't have a whole lot of money behind this to risk too much, so I'm very curious to see if they're going to progress through the second set of double doors.
Yeah, it wasn't a high flash to go through both. They just checked the close one. Hated to soften them up, but I don't think they'll peek now.
Yeah.
Krimbo's in a great spot to deny that even still, so. Either way, we now have a 3-round game. 9Z getting a bit of momentum in the second half. I will say they seem like the most well-equipped merchandise-wise of the teams at this event. So far, I know the hotel, they've got flags draping off their balconies from the rooms.
Nice.
They've got flags here.
I haven't noticed that. It's been raining. I haven't used the balcony.
Well, you got to have a room that's actually decent. You know,
okay.
They've got to like you enough to give you a view.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it looking out the back.
They gave you the suite, huh?
I'm always sweet.
Ooh, here's a chance. Sin's not going to extend too far. Flashbang in. Oh, it doesn't work the way he would have liked. He's legged. Perfect for Buddha to follow it up. Do they want to press the advantage? No. Molotov comes in time. And Buddha realizes his teammate is dinked and he couldn't follow him up with any kind of aggression. Content with the 5-on-4, but they've lost track in middle.
Yeah, they have. tabseN is going to completely punish them at this point because they're over toward the B tunnels. He's getting closer toward long. And the problem with this, with no one playing long, he may have to investigate that and take too long, not to overuse the word, but to get back time-wise over toward B because that's where the attack's going down. He's on the move now, and they've managed to at least thwart that position. So they are stuck in the tunnels, which means he is perfectly positioned to take out Max, and that drops the bomb. He's just got a shooting gallery. tabseN for all 3. Well done from Big to basically deny and hold them still long enough.
Yo, tabseN's going to show up in maybe the highlight reel with that triple kill there, but you got to give props over to the B defenders. Even though the first one goes down, the utility afterwards to make sure that 9Z can ever actually progress upon the kills they're getting inside the site. The double kill from Keto, keeping them at bay. The follow-up Molotovs and flashbangs and nades that never let them actually attack the B bomb site, just funnels them right back into tabseN's waiting arms. That's the fine utility work we know from Big. And a second timeout used from 9Z. They've got another buy here, but they're going to be really low on funds afterwards. And Big is in that dangerous territory where they're in striking distance of series victory.
They are now on the back of that win. tabseN comes in again. And they need him to be at his best throughout this whole event for Big. Even in the Legend stage, and we were talking about it again today. Nice shot, NQZ. Returns the favor that was dealt to them so many times by CSGO. Speaking of, he pushes up middle and gets caught out because they already lost the pick. He had nowhere to go but to be aggressive, and Max pays him with a brutal headshot.
Yeah, what a brilliant opening for such a critical round for 9Z. 5-on-3, a minute and a half. Looks like Big want to be concerned about middle for the moment. Sin's going to shift over towards the B bomb site. tabseN will take up position. They're going to spread. 1-1-1 setup.
Sin just hoping he can strike before they're ready. Catches out the nades. The pillar position for Buddha. Nothing to thwart that peak, and David now knows they've got to hold still. Flashes went through the skylights, but they can't attack on it if they don't have the close angle covered off first.
It feels like they want to attack here, but I don't think they have enough people. I don't think they have enough forces, and QZ gonna try and pick off in the middle, but he just gets smoked off. He saw the player across though, so he feels safe.
I don't know if he saw, but he definitely heard.
He's calling 2 players at the B bomb site. He's calling everyone back to go A because he has the information. Oh, and now this position. He's taking a big risk that no one's gonna peek behind him, but he can cut off rotations, and Big will have no idea.
tabseN just missed the chance to spot the man inside the smoke, but he's gonna walk directly to NQZ, and now they realize why they've been figured out, why they've been found. But they have not found Krimbo, the only player on the
Only
east side.
2 people here, though.
2 people, and they're going quickly, which means he has a chance to spray them both down. They spread out enough. That's key. I know it seems you don't want to bait your teammate, you want to trade, but if you're too close together, you also walk into the crosshairs. So by spreading that one out, they'll get the kill required, and it'll be a 9th round.
Yeah, that was worrying. One player was way, way back at long with no chance of trading that. One player was in CT spawn as well, so Krimbo could have put a real wrench in that round. Good job from NQZ and Max. I like, again, we saw the assertive play from Max in the mid to B split into the B bomb site. Now we see it from NQZ, who's like, yeah, this smoke plumes, and I don't see anything, but I already just spotted your legs jumping across middle. I know I have an opening to take, and that's the kind of confidence that we've wanted to see out of 9Z throughout this challenger stage. If that's gonna start building up, Big is gonna have to fight for this victory.
Max knows he's in a bit of trouble here. Can't get the shots, he's running out of ammo. Now he's getting them down, but he's got to switch guns. Fortunately for him, he gets a kill off, make that 2, but they actually lose quite a few men here.
Oh, no.
And this isn't off. This is NQZ's off. He goes to the pistol. He'll keep it together.
The pocket op, as they call the Glock.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the good news is they capitalize, but it was getting a little close for comfort economically. They always had that round in hand, I would say. It never looked threatening because of where they were positioned elsewhere. But this was a bit closer than
I don't know, yeah, if NQZ goes down, then all of a sudden it is threatening. Then all of a sudden they've got the bomb down, they've got an op, they've got an AK-47, and they've got a 2-on-2. That could have been dicey, but finally 9Z has given this crowd a reason to be on its feet. A reason to get loud here in Rio. And David gonna be aggressive, he spots one, blinded, almost gets it blind, and very narrowly gets behind the blue bin.
How did he get alive with that much HP? He knows the Molotov's coming, the incendiary, immediately smokes it out. They put a second one in that allows him to cross, because his was going to have a gap based on how it had to plume on top of the flames, and tabseN, desperate to try and do damage. David's gonna wait this. He wants them to think he's gone, but he isn't. Okay, now he's sneaking out. He's gonna go before that smoke does completely dissipate, and he loses his chance. Gray screen! Oh, not only does he get away, he gives them a nice parting gift as he does so.
Yeah, Krimbo never expected that. Not in a million years was he going to be ready for that fight. Disgusting shot from David. Sin behind the smoke. MP9 in hand. 9Z starting to find some solid openings. Starting to have advantageous situations. And tabseN's going to bide his time and wait for his moment. He'll freeze here.
Shot out, David. Able to win that one as they try and take back territory after that opening kill on Krimbo. And David says, I'm not done there. I'll go back around. But it is an AWP.
It's okay. It's low information. It's low health and it's information gained.
Sin is the last line of defense, really. I know, yes, there's other men alive, but he'll give up to a multiple one-on-one situation, and they've spotted him. They're able to shoulder bait it, but that's when Kiddo comes out. Now it falls apart. Look at the HP. NQZ, MP9, and the bomb's flung forward. Good kill. Holds his nerve up close, and they have cleared B from reverse side of tunnels, but CSGO, oh, he just missed the chance.
Don't you dare.
Out the, oh, he fires as well as he spots his feet, but inside the sight, he might be all right. The nade's gonna go deep. No, it's not, it caught him. Bomb was down though. So it's an AK switched over for CSGO to try and find exactly where DGT is, and he's holding the close position. He wants to go immediately on the attack, but this can be checked. If he swings in, shoulder peeks it, not considering the tunnels, doesn't even matter. DGT goes forward, he'll take the fight.
The barrel shows, and DJT holds his nerve. 9Z closing the gap. Just one round between the teams, and Big's out of money. You got to give credit over to David. What a round. The opening kill out towards long, catching the flank as well. And this was a dicey situation, but DJT comes in at the perfect moment to alleviate the pressure in middle.
If that nade was any sooner and that bomb doesn't go down, oh my.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was worried about when I saw it. I thought it was going to stop the plant. Massive win.
All right, game on.
A little bit of belief. For the first time, 9Z can actually believe they can win the map.
They certainly can against pistols. Sin has a deagle, the rest no investment at all. There's one smoke as well, I should mention, for Sin, so he's put a bit of money into this one. into the pots. Oh, Max, careful, timing on that one. Just tuck in behind the wall. Knew that they were likely to peek if he threw a Molotov, and they were close. They lose NQZ for it, but they'll recover his AWP after this round because the AKs immediately trade that back.
Oh, careful here, though. No reason to go out long. You don't need the control. Your team's on the other side of the map. They're investigating B, so DJT's going to hold his nerve. The bomb is alone on Catwalk, and it's going to start shuffling over surely. Now that his teammates have pushed out, he's... Oh, no, not an easy kill. I cannot believe Sin has gotten that.
That's stunning, because now they don't have as much control, or at least confidence in it. Watch the flank. Kiddo goes out. Oh, he did dink up DGT, but he got it. And we've got a tie.
Good awareness for DJT. Swinging back to cover his position. 12-12, we're all tied up. All back in the hands of CSGO. 4 in a row for 9Z. 6 of the last 7.
Future star of Counter-Strike. So tactical timeout from 9Z.
Interesting, they're giving Big some time to talk things over, a little bit of time to calm things down and breathe.
This was something that we talked about with Katie and Chad and I when we were at Pro League, and we had him on the desk during one of those segments where he decided to join us, and he said, I always think you call for yourself, so I don't mind calling a timeout in any situation because you don't want to overthink it. But he did say the time to do it is if they're struggling and out of timeouts on the CT side, that's when you don't want to give them a chance to talk because the economy is harder to deal with. It can be much more frantic, and you kind of just want to attack with momentum. So you are right. This does give Big an extra chance to chat things over.
And Big used 3 timeouts in the first half, so this is a huge benefit. They don't have to spend their final timeout until a little bit later. Play on, round 25. Long pick for NQZ.
The fadeaway smoke. He can fire and fall. It's exactly what he does. They can't Molotov on top of it, but they will put their own defensive smoke closer to the doors so he can't re-peek either.
4-player opening for Big at this A bomb site to take that long control and now back away. tabseN going to join up with CSGO on Catwalk.
Came down below, just gets far enough to give Max a bit of a scare, puts him on 85 HP.
Split towards the A bomb site incoming. Utility being spent for mid-round long control. 1 minute on the clock. CSGO missed a chance. He had the right idea, just off the mark. That defensive smoke, that might ruin things. That might cause 9Z to change. An audible to plan B.
Oh, big find from Sin. David just elevating himself above the smoke. He puts him on 1 HP, but it doesn't matter because it's 1 kill only, and it's in favor of Big.
We haven't seen a whole lot of catwalk attacks out of 9Z. This might be one of the first. Let's see if CSGO has cooled off at all with that AWP in this position. Smoke wall lined up. CSGO goes away from the flashbangs. Got to pick and choose his battles.
He doesn't know Max is this close, and he's occupied. Hasn't heard him yet either. So much fire and noise beside him. He's got 2. He's got a lineup on this, but he's blind. He's so blind. Now he gets his vision back. Now it pays off. CSGO got one in the meantime, but 9Z have access to the site. You're right. Oh, the 1 kill that CSGO got. They put the bomb down below. tabseN can control this. They're in trouble. Good kill from NQZ because he has to fight back toward the doors. Drop strategy. Max is on his own, but he's tagged at 33. Max, number 33, all he has to work with, and he goes to the AWP, but time's gone. He just wants to save it.
What an old school way to lose a round. Bomb carrier killed, bomb falls down to the ramp. That's painful because Max gave him everything they wanted. Max ran a very aggressive route, and even though he was blind, it was at a timing they never expected. And you mentioned it. Not only the Molotovs and the flashbang onto CSGO, the crowd noise as well, obscuring all footsteps in these situations.
Absolutely, yeah.
Heartbreaking and painful way to drop it, but I mean, with 4 kills, there's no money in the bank.
So still a chance for 9Z then economically right now to take control of this game. Shots out, DGT, 3 at long. So they're putting a lot of aggression. Missed Molotov to quite get through the door all the way. So DGT knows it and tries to re-peek behind it in case they wanted to get aggressive, in case they wanted to get closer as a result. And they did, but he couldn't see that. So a change of play entirely from Big to try and shut down this long position.
A little bit of a gap in that smoke. He can peer underneath DJT, but no one is aggressing to cross over, so he can also call that out. Nobody shifted over to the left side of doors. Krimbo's got the timing. CSGO's got the scout. Oh, and he takes some damage, but he returns it in kind.
No,
Tags
fallback.
DJT, yeah, and backing away now from the fight. But they've got to make a decision. That's an MP9 and a scout to defend the A bomb site.
tabseN and Buddha are pretty intertwined right now at middle, and David and Krimbo. Krimbo coming from Cat, if he wanted to, he could get all the way out and give Buddha a real scare. They've even brought Sin out of B on this. This is Krimbo really wants this fight.
That's a dangerous peek for CSGO. They almost were able to double peek it. Gonna move up long. Do they realize they're that close? Now they do. Smoke wall being set up. Keto just trying to spam through it along the wall. He comes right through.
DGT, good response though immediately. 25 HP for him. David,
No way.
He didn't hit it. tabseN turns to put him down. That's massive because now they're in trouble with time. They have to get the kill, so they push the smoke. It's DGT to do so, but Krimbo got the fight he was waiting for all along with the MP9. And QZ tagged as well. They might be out of time. They might be. Molotov's on top of the site. I don't think they can. Oh, it didn't spread.
Oh, my lord.
And QZ might opens the catwalk, but they don't peek on it because they think they've done enough. They have not.
That's a colon clencher plant.
AWP back into position. DGT peeks, finds the first, goes down, but he's got the information. Doesn't matter. Sin hits the shot. It's 14 for Big.
How close can these last 2 rounds be? How close can these last 2 rounds get? Unreal. Still, if you're 9Z, no time to panic. You get the plant, you get the money, and once again, you've killed 4 players, so money is still real tight for Big. They're not out of this just yet. 1 win in the next round, and Big can be reset, and 9Z's right back into it. That Molotov almost ruins the day, and NQZ just had to pray to God that nobody peeked.
And they were expecting the Molotov was on the site, so that why peek it if they think they can't plant? See what happens first, and then go for the repeek. It pays off, but just barely. Big 2 away from Legends. And money tight on either side again.
Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Oh, are they calling a B rush? There's no way, right? There's no way in hell.
This is it.
Holy
When all
hell.
else fails, I mean, they haven't hit them with this yet. Molotov's down. Gonna do damage. They extinguish it, and already the pre-fire comes in. CSGO with a shot. He's removed. He's removed, but Keto's still on the window, and they haven't cleared to closet. Bomb's gonna get flung forward. They're committed now, and they might have just committed their fate in this series by doing so because they have nowhere else to go. Rotations come around, all on Buddha. 1 on 3, flashing himself out of the smoke. Back turn, but Sin, oh, that is so clever. He goes up and over. You wanna find me? No chance. I'll play the same game, but Krimbo did not expect him to get through the doors as a result of that. He has to watch for a window behind him. This is such a tough position to be in. And it's not going to be a peek clean. It's going to be Sin instead. It's map and series point for Big.
Yeah, that one's brutal. That's a very bold call to make with the B rush. You can understand why. In a tense situation, in a pressure situation, trying to catch Big with an uppercut. But Big their defense has been great this entire half of having a 3rd player here at the perfect moment. They've been phenomenal at making sure that this defense is shored up. The supportive players have played perfectly for Big at B. 3 chances to become legends for Big.
Flashes, smokes, CSGO forced off the angle. That gets an entry at least into position for 9Z.
1 smoke to work with.
Tech 9 for David. Double scout. Double scout. They are just looking to do as much damage as possible and let it add up over time if they can be hectic in their take.
I don't even know what you're supposed to, I don't even know how you're supposed to actually move up long. That's the only utility they have. They have 4 players here.
This smoke, they have to get one of the, I was going to say scout in toward pit, but damage onto CSGO. This is how they do it. If they can push CSGO off the angle, they have a chance at it.
And Max just found tabseN in the middle of catwalk. That's a peek that, well, he probably wants to have that one back. 5 on 4. Max, back away. You're in danger from catwalk. And with that kill, it forces CSGO off the angle. Not just the tag, but the fact that catwalk's exposed. Another one for Max.
Oh my. That's how you get long, but they've got Krimbo still to contend with.
Prayers in the crowd.
DGT has the AK. Buddha with the Galil. I mention that because this M4 getting closer is going to be more and more of a problem. They're rotating off of it. They're not sure as to what's going on at middle because of all those kills from Max. So they have to concede a little bit of position, a little bit of ground, and down goes Krimbo. Sin, the next one in line, but they've already crossed it over. Bombs on the platform.
Look at Keto. Keto's an X factor. He can come in from long.
Molotov thrown up, bombs already planted, Keto's caught. DJT goes back. And Sin's out of there. This one's not done yet. 15-13, 9Z fight back in the most unlikely way.
What a round from Max. From having a nightmare of a game on Nuke. To be fair, everyone on 9Z had a nightmare of a game. Max couldn't get anything going individually. What a pair of important frags to find to alleviate the pressure on Long. He took all the defense away in a round where they had no flashbangs to force anyone off the angle, no smokes for any kind of a wall to cross. It's Max's 2-pick with the scout that allow them a fighting chance at the bomb site, and 9Z take advantage. And now it's big with money issues, 15-13. I don't know if you take the timeout, but you certainly spend this round, you spend no money in this round if you're big. You have this single M4, and you need to save for round 30.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's coming. 23 kills leads all fraggers for NQZ as well, who's the AWP player on 9Z. Oh, look at this push mid. Sin doesn't want this to go any further. He wants to get this done as fast as possible. NQZ doesn't have the op this time. He's still sitting back at T-spawn, but he can't do anything about it because, oh, I was gonna say he doesn't have an angle. Max does. He's come alive. He's been aggressive throughout this game. He's been assertive in getting positions. He hasn't had the aim to match it. Now he does. Now it's coming into his favor, and another one for him as tabseN falls. NQZ, Searson, DGD, Krimbo, and this one's done as well. We're hitting round 30 hard.
Now maybe a timeout. Now maybe if you're big. Money is still not pretty. 9Z, even with losses, kept it in a precarious position. And Big is scraping together whatever they can for this final round. 9Z, a real good shot in overtime. Fourth timeout taken, Gabi involved in the conversation.
Legend spot on the line for Big. Map 3 trying to be forced out by 9Z. Mirage if needed.
A scout on Searson, 2 MP9s and 2 M4s in the loadout for Big for this final round. And it's underway. Legends for Big, or overtime for 9Z.
Krimbo trying to get aggressive, throws the incendiary, somehow gets the kill and gets away. David couldn't capitalize fast enough. They try and push from the tunnels to capitalize, but it doesn't pay off. David is aware. And just like that, 3 down already for the price of only 1 in return. It's 9Z in control of the round.
What a good job from 9Z to manage that. That could have been chaotic. That could have pulled so much attention away towards stairs. That crunch could have been deadly. However, it's tabseN here at the A bomb site. tabseN with the chance to ruin the dreams. He's gonna peek this for sure. They're lined up. They're lined up, and Max again.
Wow, I was gonna say easy 1 kill at least. It's all on Searson and a scout. This one's got overtime written all over it. 9Z gonna force out as they do hit the shot onto Searson, put him down to 29. They'll finish the job, but David, his 3rd kill in the round.
Another comeback from the hometown team. This time it needs to be completed if 9Z want a chance at the Legend stage. 15-15, we're in overtime, and we'll see you there after the break.
Won't connect. Nexus going to try and get that spot. Pulls a nade, gets fired at, and they're coming out A main.
He's got to turn around now. He's got to turn around and try and plug this hole in A. Just getting behind default, but he's burning alive. He's getting melted, singed. Fiku has kept this in the advantage of OG. A boost up, Molly at their feet. More fire, more flames, and it's a pain for Nexa.
Worth it.
An advantage still residing in the OG camp. Bomb out in the open. IHC trying to put this down, but look at this. Change of pace from OG. They run at them inside of the site. They've dropped the bomb all over again, and with only 20 seconds left, it's a rescue recovery mission for IHC. They can't find this way back in. The reroute into Donut is lovely. I love this move from Flames. That should have just won you the round. He can sit pretty. He's not feeling the pressure to fight.
Careful.
Score into the 1v1. He needs this plant,
he's
and
not got
there isn't time.
No.
There isn't time to win this. OG, they get it, and it's all on that reposition from Flames.
The saddest part is Flames didn't even peek that plant. He could have planted open. Obviously, he goes for the safer option, no doubt about it, but just a millisecond, Harry, less than a second on that plant, he would have had it. What a horrible way to lose. What a pain, especially with the way that OG do it. They throw the book at IHC. Oh, you like coming through smokes? Let me show you how we do it. You know, if Nexa called that, what a play. Because he died for the boost in the first place to even throw that round into disarray to stop that plant initially. Not much money for anyone here. It's still up in the air. It's still on the wire, but Nexa opens up through the smoke.
Oh, that's a brutal flash. Oh, Techno 4K with the openers, holding W as he does best. Oh, but this time successes don't spawn more successes for IHC. They get derailed. 2 kills from Techno, had him all pumped, had him all spurred on. Now, a grim reminder, they are up against a squad of veterans, a team of talents, new and old. Cabal trying to make this hero play in towards red. Shut out. It's Annihilation left up alone. Now, he does have an MTB bomb site. Thing is, I don't know if he's going to believe that. There's no way you believe that B's just clear, right? Even as you're moving in now, you're thinking, my God, where are they? Are they long? Are they cave? Are they in these corners? Are they in the cubbies? They could be anywhere.
Right.
But he is going to get this info. He is going to get the spot. Dexter on the receiving end of that orb. And now the second...
Close quarters combat on Ancients on our B stream. Close action and score lines on A. It's 9Z. They forced out overtime against Big, 15-15, and a chance to maybe extend this series and give themselves a fighting chance at a legend spot.
And they had to win 3 in a row to get here. They had to go on a little bit of a streak. Big had 3 chances to close this one out. Big have used all 4 of their timeouts in this game. 9Z have 1 remaining. It's been Max who has stepped up massively down the stretch in the second half for 9Z. Critical kills to get them here. Up shot, NQZ returns the favor from the first half, tags Sin on the cross, and softens him up for the rest of the round, but they've got to deal with an aggressive CSGO. A very risky angle.
He's been aggressive in a number of occasions. We're seeing more and more oppers utilize this mid situation of the change of not being able to be seen as easily from spawn. Doesn't have much support this time, though. No one even on catwalk to be able to help him out of this position. You could maybe expect a flash at best to be thrown by Keto, but he's already tagged as well, down to 30. CSGO still manages 1, and they don't want to challenge it now. Low HP. He's locked in, extinguishes it, bomb down behind him, though, and they know it. He turned around, he saw it, so they'll see it on the radar, if nothing else. And it is going to be Buddha wanting more on this, but 13, and CSGO switching over to the AK. Meanwhile, at long, 1 for 1, DGT goes down. This kill could confirm the round if they get a 2-man advantage.
There's so much smoke down that nobody can find CSGO. He's buying so much time. Oh, missed the opportunity, missed the low HP player. It's Keto and Sin who were tagged earlier in the round. A 3-on-3.
That's a huge kill from Buddha.
Yeah, it's massive. What a big save. They've switched into a double up, though, on this T side. Buddha with low HP, but NQZ already has his out middle.
Push. A push into tunnels. Sin's gonna go 30 HP. Buddha's there. AWP can't hit it. Max is close, but not close enough. If he swings too wide, the second off is ready. That worked out perfectly. Hook, line, and sinker for Big on the baits. And it's NQZ caught out as Sin got back behind the car. 16 rounds now for Big.
Again, that B defense for Big is just holding strong. They haven't had a whole lot of issues at that bomb site. 9Z might want to go away from that. They found success out towards long. They found success in middle and catwalk as well. Big might just be considered closed down at this, or B might be considered closed down at this point. That's a nice mid-round push with the cover of Keto as well. 16-15. Oh, there it is.
That's lovely.
Cleans it up.
Yep, Sin this time does way more damage. Keto, though, That almost looked like a running op. He was so fast to get that shot off.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, we got a mid pick, and now we know Keto, just peeked up middle. Let's take the B bomb site. It's free. It's open. And Big will go for this retake because it's overtime. I thought that was CSGO for a second. That really worried me. Okay, now they're definitely going 4-on-3. Bomb will be planted, but these retakes are tough. There's a smoke on Buddha, a Molotov on David. They have plenty of utility to block off choke points.
Max needs to swing. He knows the nade's close. He's going to get the low HP of CSGO and remove it. They'll be more cognizant of window, and Krimbo will watch that while he gets his teammates closer to him. No one going from tunnels. Molotov, therefore, is significant. It's going to buy more time. This is going to be extremely difficult.
It's got to be clinical.
Krimbo with the smoke to cover off the mouth of the tunnel, so now it doesn't even matter that no one's coming that direction. He just wants to make sure the T's aren't, but that tells Buddha, if they're smoking it, we don't have to. We just have to watch the front of the site. They forgot about window in doing so. tabseN comes through, Krimbo as well. Suddenly it's all on Buddha. He's low enough on the HP, but do they have the time? It's going to be so tight. I'm not convinced they have it even with the kit.
I think
this is going to go. Oh my
Lord. Can you believe it? Once again, the crowd gets silenced, taunting them. Oh, and the middle fingers in return. I love it. What a retake, and I think this time it's the chaos and the confusion that betrays 9Z. So loud and missed details. 17-15. 3 in a row to get here, and 9Z now just hits a wall.
Molotovs both directions at the long cave. CTs want the position more, it seems, though, because Krimbo's going to get in behind the door. Now he's jump spotting it as well. It's a risky one. He's making a lot of noise, so DGT trying to line that up, but eventually won't get the chance. tabseN nade underneath, a bit deep, I think, to do any damage. Oh, I need to stop that.
Yep, classic. CSGO with a chance. Quick cross from David. Back up to catwalk we go. Max spots one dropping. Molotov to cut off any kind of a rotation back. He's got a player out in the open. Max again with the impact. Max again giving his team the opportunity to move forward.
Man, second half of this game has been all Max, up to 26 kills now. Buddha gone, Keto, Sin converging on that one together through the doors. AWP get the final shot on it. Reverse side boost. Oh, Max. He's going to cut this off. They're looking toward the site itself. Good shot from CSGO. Great reactions. Max couldn't get it done in time. That's going to allow him now to work up toward the bomb. It got planted, though. So there is still a chance in this, but my God, Keto is on the flank. A double off setup that is picking them apart. David's not ready for 2, not ready for Sin, and it's 17 now for Big.
Oh, what a play from CSGO. What a route to run inside of that smoke. Almost like they were setting up a boost, but they obscured the vision.
I said 17, excuse me, 18. Still had to defuse the bomb on that one. But they'll sweep the first half of overtime, which is a ton of pressure.
And no way to protect that bomb planter. He's protected, he's planting on the side of the box as well. He probably could have planted default, but he's worried about the jump up, I'm assuming, but that well overexposed him to that peak exactly and put him in a position where his teammates couldn't cover. Meanwhile, a pick and middle from Keto in a timely fashion opens up the route to flank on catwalk. That's a huge kill to get. Once again, 9Z have to rattle off 3 straight, and once again, this crowd is looking at a team that came all the way back and might just falter in overtime.
Big push from DGT. Oh, he's not going to get it done. They've tried that multiple occasions on their CT side when we were in regulation. tabseN with the first in potentially the last round. Keto's going to transfer, make sure that no one can come out from catwalk and try and redeem or rectify that situation. And NQZ had smoke still obscuring his view of that, so did not get the information or a chance to fire at him. Double flash long. David very close, not going to be affected by either of those. So no reaction in the utility deployed. If someone were caught and blinded, they might have thought maybe I needed to get a smoked out, maybe I need to protect my position. David doesn't have to. NQZ is well aware of Krimbo's spot. Smoke onto the corner, though he's not going to see through. David is going to get the advantage. But too many men to take him, and he gets dropped. Keto catches out Max.
Keto's been huge for Big in this game.
This kills everything. NQZ needs to stay alive. He misses the first shot. Somehow they don't capitalize. Somehow he still has a chance to fire, but tabseN the trade, and it's all on to Buddha. He's got the AUG, but he's not ready for the position. Still manages somehow to snap and respond, and a 1-on-2 ensues, and he's on 46 HP. And what could be the last round in this series before Big move on to the Legend stage? Missed the shot on the
Oh, what
cross.
the-
Second one as well, a bit slow, and now they know exactly where he is and how to position themselves. This just got a lot harder for Buddha, and they get shut out in overtime. A good comeback, but not enough. It's going to be the legend stage for Big.
Yeah, that's a nice hard-fought win here on Dust2. Nuke was a wash, but this one, Big had to battle for it. Sustain in overtime, prevents another comeback. And that is well done. A clean sweep once they get to OT. For 9Z, just way too late in the day to get started. Nuke, they had nothing. Dust2, we saw some of the flashes, but they're going to need that from the get-go moving forward because now they face elimination, and Big gets a chance to rest.